telling jokes and having smokes, riding bikes all through the night. It's a wild ride when you're being Ian. Coffee ice no matter what. Now you know he likes it in the butt.
Hey, Ian here. Just want to let you know, he means giving it, not getting it. Okay, thanks. Back to the song.
It's a wild ride when you're being Ian, being Ian. And life is shit, but you're positive. Let's find out what it's like to live a life. Being Ian, being Ian.
With Jordan.
Jamaica pasta. Jamaica pasta.
You don't like it? So you don't like Jewish
You
people?
think I can post a video where I'm doing a thick Jamaican accent?
Yeah, man. Why not?
I was talking about how my mom grew pot plants in my room, but she didn't tell me.
When?
So I came home from college and I was like, Mom, why is the doorknob not on my room? And she was like, no reason. And she was like snickering. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then she was laughing so hard, wouldn't tell me. And then I put my ear up against the door and heard like Bob Marley playing. And I was like, all right, why does it smell like fertilizer? Why is Bob Marley playing? And she opened the door and it was just weed plants to the ceiling with Bob Marley playing. And on stage I did the joke where they were like, welcome to your childhood bedroom. All the plants are like, come on in, baby girl.
She put on Bob Marley to help the plants
I guess
feel more at
so.
home?
Yeah.
Oh, little ones, I know you're far away from Kingston, so here comes some Marley for you.
Everything is going to be Irene.
Buffalo Soldier. They're growing, Jordan.
It was crazy. Dude, I could not believe it. I mean, she was laughing so hard. Like there was a whole boombox playing. She had it all set up.
Wow. I have heard that if you play songs and stuff to plants, they like it. It's like we're plants, man.
I don't really believe that, but
Yeah. If you play music, people like it.
can we find science on that? I would love to actually know.
Can you
if
look
there's
that up?
science.
If you sing to plants, does it help them grow? So
Not from like a, astrologist. Yeah, it's such a myth.
all right, hold on. Where did these claims about? Here's what pisses me off. Every single article that you read, it doesn't give you an answer.
Same
it goes,
with recipes.
Here's my history with poultry.
Yeah.
I first got into fowl when I was in college and experiencing loss. And then it's like, I just want to learn how to bake a chicken.
Yeah.
One of the earliest studies of the effect of music on plants conducted in 1962 by Dr. T.C.
Of course
Singh.
it was the 60s.
Had a botany and classical music found the growth rate increased by 20%.
Wow, that's a
along
big
with the
percentage.
72 increase in biomass. He then exposed crops to raga music over loudspeakers and found they yielded 25 to 60% more than the national average. Jordy, what is raga? Nuh-uh. No. What? R-A-G-A. Music.
It's got to be reggae. Healing
Ragas.
raga. Oh.
Melodies in Indian music. Ragas.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Raga.
Yeah.
Raga.
Raga.
Yeah.
He's a great
Raga.
comic. He ended up quitting.
Fuck, Ian. Fuck. I used to say that kid's name all around his house. I never knew it, but I just loved saying it all the time. Same with Sagalo. I would be at home and like Mike would be like, "You want something out of the fridge?" And I'd be like, "Oh, a Sagalo, please." And then I met him and I was like, "Nothing."
There was this comic. Oh my God. There was this comic. Do you remember Jeff Wesselschmidt?
Yeah.
He was so funny.
Yeah, he's so funny.
I don't know what happened to him, but my favorite thing in the world is when people get names wrong without any irony.
Yeah.
Like Attell thought Rosebud's name was Snowball.
It's so good. It's so good.
He was like, what's that girl's name? The young girl, she writes her SNL Snowball.
So good. She
No.
looks like her name could be Snowball.
Rosebud. But Jeff Wishelson was trying to talk about Kunal, and he was like, "Oh, what's his name? I think he changed it recently. What was his name? Ratnish." It's like, what? That's so out of the realm of anything close.
But also so like acutely
Yeah.
aware of the like whatever the fucking ethnicity is that he like. It's like if he was saying in English, like, what is his name? Oh, is it Hayden? You know what I mean? Instead of like a Joe. Really good. Wow.
God.
Yeah,
it was
he's hilarious. He walked up to me once and I was on my bicycle, and he was like, he like waved to me. He was like, "Hey," and I kind of pulled over to like say what's up to him, and then I got off and looked, and he was gone, and I was like, "Okay, see you later. Good catching up."
Get you later, Allegheny.
It was so weird.
Dude, you know, one time I was on my bicycle, deep part of Brooklyn, shirtless, music playing. I see John Lasseter on the street corner, and he's with 3 guys, black,
Yeah.
and they had do-rags and jewelry. And I go by and I ring my bell and I go, Johnny Lasseter, hey! And he just stares at me, and they all went, and they go, yo, is that your boy? And he goes, nah, that's a fan. He totally denied knowing me. Because I was shirtless on a bike. Like, hey, John.
Wait,
Because he didn't want them to be like, you're gay.
did you talk to him in person and he admitted?
Yeah.
He really admitted it?
He told me. We laughed so hard about it. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah, and then he was talking to these 3 hot women one night, these like really hot, like done up white girls. And so I took my shirt off and I rode around him like a shark, and I kept going, hey, John Lester, my best friend, don't deny knowing me. They were like, what?
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, it was great.
That's so good. I'm glad he admitted it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, he was, if I were him, I probably would have done the same.
Yeah.
I would have been like, no, I don't know that guy.
Such a good move to do. Just go to fan, because not knowing you wouldn't have been believable, but that's a fan. He one-ups himself.
Yeah, makes himself look good and also denies knowing
Yeah.
the queer on the bike.
Yeah.
You know?
That rules.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
He always does his blap ad before I get on. Love him to death, but goddamn.
Yeah. Oh no, that I did a thing. It got 99.9% overwhelming positivity, but man, the 1% that didn't like it really woohoo. His app, the Blap app, so it's called Blap. It helps you find black-owned businesses in whatever town you're in. So I always go on and I try to support it. I like John.
Blap app. It helps you find blap.
Yeah.
Helps you locate
find,
the geolocation of blap.
yeah.
If you're looking for some blap,
And then you just end up calling the police because you're like, I heard blap, blap, blap. There's gunshots.
dude, Sean Patton last night doing a Jamaican accent, pretending to be Jamaican RoboCop. Have you seen him do that?
No.
I was crying. I had to go up after him. I was weeping on
Dude,
stage.
I
My tampon
clapped my
came out of me.
hands with joy watching him. Your tampon came out?
I was laughing so hard that my tampon like slid out of me a little bit. Yeah, that's how hard. I'm telling you. I even told the whole audience that that's what happened.
Oh, no. Why?
But he was literally going up there and be like, I am RoboCop, brrrr, brrrr, pretending to fuck somebody, going, brrrr. It was out of, and the audience was like not really having it, and
Really?
he was doubling down, dude. I was gnarly, and then at the end, it like crushed, but it was like
He's the fucking best.
he is the best.
He brings me so much joy. And
He
also,
operates out of full absurdity. It's so good.
the fact that you told, what was the crowd response? You're like, my tampon came out.
They laughed. They liked it. They did
Yeah?
enjoy the honesty.
Was
yeah.
it a show and tell moment?
No, I didn't pull it out. It was like,
No.
see,
You're getting sleepy.
you can kind of push him out a little bit.
Can you? Oh, no. Are
A
you
little,
doing it
yeah,
now? My
yeah.
couch.
No, just kind of a little where you can feel it in there.
Oh, it looks like a bleeding
I
slug.
was about to be like, if you want to know what it feels like, put your finger in your vagina. I was like, you don't
What?
have a vagina.
Oh, no. I can put it in my bunghole.
Yeah, it's like poop,
What?
but your vagina.
Blood. Feels
No.
like poop.
The tampon
Is
is
like
in
poop.
there.
It feels like a poop.
In your vagina.
No, are you doing it now? God, stop. I'm getting a hard on. Wait, what? You're on your period right now and you didn't tell me? Oh, no! No wonder the cat's been meowing and kicking litter everywhere. Ah. No wonder Jordy's been sneezing. His allergies are acting up.
Everything in your house starts acting erratic, like Matilda, like the cuckoo clock. Your landlord just starts banging. I know you got somebody on the beard in there.
There's someone free bleeding in the apartment. You know you weren't allowed to when you signed the lease. That sucks. You guys got to bleed.
Making litter hair everywhere. It's so like it's like almost a normal.
You're bleeding. There's litter everywhere. The cat's choking on a hairball. Jordy's in cardiac
It's
arrest.
such a normal thing that a cat does. The cat keeps drinking all that water. Came in here bleeding. The cat's dehydrated.
Cat's acting funny. You on your period again? Are you gonna shoot it out? Are you gonna shoot it out? I'm gonna shoot. Hey, folks at home, put on your ponchos. You're in the splash zone. Make it pop out. Make it pop out. Pop out. Pop out. No! Put it away. Put it away. It's disgusting. You guys bleed every month. It goes against God and science. It's gross. And you think we should go down on you while it's happening? No. No. My sheets have stains on them.
Pop it out. Put it in. Put it back in.
Oh, God.
my house.
It looks
Get
like
out
a
of my
depressed teen is sleeping in my bed. It's cutting blood everywhere.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
I had period sex the other day because I'm on my period. Like I said, it really does make like glue.
Yeah.
It's really fucked
Yeah,
up.
and it gets in our pubes.
Oh, just a matted
Poor
mess.
us.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it gets sometimes if I smell it, I'm like, this shit's not gonna work tonight.
really?
Uh-huh.
No way.
Yeah, I act like a cat. I start kicking litter everywhere. Can't get hard and kick litter at the same time, brother.
I feel like you. Some people are really into it. Some people are a little too into it, but some people are
No.
reasonably into it. Not into it.
No.
Too gooey? Is it too mushy? Too gluey?
Too gooey, too
blood.
smelly, too icky poo.
Yeah, icky poo. You are a gay man.
Icky poo.
You are a gay man.
Give me a man's ass. That's my get out jail free card. When she's on her period, I'm like, it's man's ass week for me, sis. Like, ew, you bleed from the front? I'm fucking in the
my
back.
God.
Like,
That could be a really funny joke. I'm dating a gay man, so whenever I'm on my period, it's Pride Week.
leave the kiddies at home for this parade. This parade's going down the Hershey Highway only.
I do wonder that about women who date bi men. I'm like, they got to be really effeminate. You know what I mean? They see your period and they're like, "Ow! Get out!"
Hello?
Yeah. Wait,
No, I don't mind the
you do,
period.
but you were also raised white trash, so it seems like you'd be okay with it.
Yeah, do you know why I don't like it? Because I found period stuff all over the house because the
Gotcha.
dog got in the trash
Yeah.
and it weirded me out.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, totally.
Brings me back to childhood, mama.
Yeah, people are like, you're white trash, you should be more, exploratory in bed. And I'm like, no, I watched my father fuck very young women in like the tent over on a camping trip we were on. She was just a married woman.
Wait, why
we
were
had
you
to
bringing
leave.
young women on camping trips?
He would fuck really young, hot women.
How young?
Like, well, I was really young at the time, so now they're probably like 30-year-olds. He was probably like 50 something.
Oh, I thought you were
28?
like, well, he was bringing the Girl Scout troop to the camp trip.
No, but you might as well be a pedophile if your kids can hear you orgasming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was gross. Me and my sister would be like, "Oh, this girl sounds pretty good, huh? She's better than the last one."
You could hear him in the tent?
Oh my
Or
god!
would they just be like,
Yeah.
we're looking for the bug spray?
I remember waiting for him to finish so that I could go get food.
No.
Oh yeah. Me and that woman's daughter were shaking their tent, being like, "We're hungry." And I remember my dad, and it was moaning, and I remember my dad being like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And we both just waited.
How old were you?
Maybe 8, 9. Forever. My parents are the most sexual people in the whole world. Both of them. My dad way more though. These women were.
Oh, I just drank a big old glass of sad.
One time,
when you told me that.
One time, is it bad? Is it bad? Is it bad?
Is it bad? You're 8 years old, shaking on the tent while your dad's humping a fucking loosey goosey gal from town.
But is it bad? Like gonna come up later for me in some weird way?
It's already come up in lots of weird ways. Have you ever met you? We're connecting the dots. We're coloring by numbers, and we just connected 3 and 4.
Am I gonna be weird?
Gonna
be weird because I heard my dad come? Am I weird because I heard my dad come? I'm just. Can we go back to that coffee shop so I can ask that woman? Am I weird because I heard my dad come?
She'll just be like, "Oh, it's a miracle."
This is what I've been doing on stage at the Cellar, and I have to rein it. I'll say something crazy, and people are like, "Ooh," and I'm like, "Is that bad?" And they're like, "I think so, dude."
You are truly like if a raccoon got struck by lightning and had sentience for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Is that bad? You're your dad do pop shots while you're playing with a Tamagotchi in the woods.
You just give the raccoon life for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Caught him out of the dumpster.
Is that bad? Yeah. I heard my dad face fuck a stripper in a bowling alley once.
I go up into your freezer and eat your mochi.
You do when you walk in.
Yeah, I do.
Which is good. I got to get rid of the mochi.
Yeah, it's too much in there.
It's been there for months. Did you ever talk about it afterwards?
With Dad?
No, you and the girl.
Rhea?
Yeah.
Her mom's name was Diane and her name was Rhea. Pretty close to diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
No, Rhea, she was white trash. She was a scary girl.
Why?
She was like, remember those kids growing up that were compulsive liars?
Oh, I thought you meant she was like, it's no big deal. Your dad's coming and my mom.
No.
No big deal.
No, but we were both like in denial we were both just like, this is fine. That was the same trip where I pooped in the lake and learned that poop floats.
I pooped in the ocean once.
It
was
floats.
Amazing. I don't know, but I was on mushrooms and I was like, I feel like I'm one with everything. This is how we're meant to poop. And
dude,
holy shit. Thank God nothing happened, but we were all on mushrooms and we had it in our heads that it would be hilarious to break into someone's house and shove our foot in someone's toilet. So we were going around Asbury Park trying to break into people's homes to shove our foots in their toilets as like a goof. Because we're like, wouldn't it be funny if you woke up and someone was just putting their foot in your
you
toilet?
were trying to break into somebody's
People's homes and put our foots in their toilets.
so they could find you.
It was funny at the time.
How old were you?
This was last year. No, this was like 2013.
Wow, not a child. You weren't like 13 years old.
No, I didn't grow up in a fucking barn
Were you
like
gonna
you.
film it?
In our memories.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
I can't imagine in what world thinking that's a good idea.
In mushroom world.
I know it.
We're also shit in the ocean and was like, this is how we should all
I
shit.
understand. That I understand. I could imagine being like, maybe I should eat my shit to create a cycle out of myself. But I can't imagine being like, I want to go be around people who are mad. You know what I mean?
We didn't want to be around the people. We thought that would be a way to overcome people being upset is if they saw you doing something so absurd, you would all laugh. We were like, we got to put the foot in the toilet,
we have to
man.
bring people joy.
And also I did mushrooms and I went to a ladies firefighter auxiliary auction and I bought a painting for $5 and I sold it on the boardwalk for 10 and got it in my head I should be an art flipper for a living.
Your mushrooms sound a lot like cocaine.
What?
That's what that sounds like. I've never wanted to be an entrepreneur from fucking mushrooms. If anything, I'm like, fuck business. I don't even know what money is. Now, what is, Bitcoin? I remember flipping me out. I was like, this is all, everything is going to be
Why do you think I stopped doing mushrooms?
Yeah, that's crazy. I still do them all the time. They're
No drugs ever worked on me the right way they were supposed to. The first time I ever did a gravity bong, I tried to bite my own fingers off. My friends had to
Yeah.
sit on me and thought they'd have to call
See,
the police.
that I understand. I remember being on acid and being like, it sucks that I can only feel cold air between my fingers and I want to feel it in my fingers. And I remember being like, there's only one way to make that happen. That makes sense to me.
The last time I did acid, I hung out with my Egyptian blind friend I nicknamed Mangoes, and I walked around my neighborhood at 5 a.m.
On mushrooms?
Acid. Years ago.
Wow.
I used to smoke weed with a blind Egyptian that lived next door to me, and I showed up to Luke Mona's and Micah Brucey's bar show at Topaz up the street.
Oh, yeah.
And Luke comes up, he goes, "There's a really big blind man in the back with a stick." And I go, "That's my friend Mangoes."
That's Mangoes. You called him Mangoes?
Yeah, I called him Mangoes.
And he was a big dude?
Huge Egyptian man, blind.
Wow.
I called him Mangoes because if you're blind, you only know who someone is if they identify themselves. And instead of going like, "Hey Jordan, it's me, Ian," or like, "It's Ian," I was like, "We both like mangoes, so I'm just gonna call you Mangoes." So I would just walk around with a blind guy and be like, "Hey Mangoes, we're making a left." Or I'd see him and be like, "Mangoes!" Hey.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he didn't mind it at all.
No, he loved it.
Really? And he did acid with you?
Yeah.
I think doing acid with a blind person, I would have a nervous breakdown.
What? Like they would then see?
Or that I wouldn't.
Dude, he'd smack his stick around. I'd hold my arm.
Man, the other day, this guy was smacking his stick around, almost walked right into traffic, and I was like, "Oh, watch out!" Literally, almost died.
Did he
And
get mad at you?
He went like this, and kept walking. I was like, "What?" That's how often that happens to you. Like, I literally turned him 90 degrees and was like, "No, that way," and he's like, "Yep." And just, I was like, "Now where are you going? You're going a completely different place now."
I don't know.
He was like, "Yeah, that's how I avoid cars. Is people bumper me
You go,
around."
"Where are you going?" He goes,
It was so weird. Really weird. If he had gotten mad, I would have understood. If he had been thankful, I would understand. But I did not expect just, "Yep."
Luke told me he looked at the back of the room and there was a large blind man standing on a ornate stick going.
We had the ornate stick. He didn't have the tapper. Oh my god! Wow.
That's how I laughed. And,
Where is he now?
well,
Uh-oh. No way. We got the nostril flare?
I don't know what happened, but I will tell you where my mind was at the time. He had roommates who were his cousins that would only speak in Arabic, and they'd be very excited to see him. And when I would show up, they would be singing and excited, and then they'd see me and they'd start, and I'm like, "Oh my God," because I think they thought I was Jewish, and they were like against that. And their apartment had no furniture, no decorations, and he kept talking about how he was the one, because he could see if he put the computer screen up to his face like this, and he would spend his time online all day working for them.
Like that?
Yeah, like this, like right up to his face. He had a special big
Yikes.
screen like this that he would look at and work all day online for them. And I was like, "What are they doing?" "Oh, they go around town, they do research and blah, blah." And then he was like, "We have to leave. We're moving to Ohio." And I go, "Where?" And he goes, "I don't know yet, but we're moving to Ohio." And I was like, "Oh my God, these guys are terrorists living next to me. And why would they have an apartment with no decorations if they're just going to explode themselves?"
And what's he doing on the computer?
What's he doing on the computer, Mangoes?
What is Mangoes doing on the computer?
I don't know. Searching for
And maybe
better
he got. Well,
sticks?
maybe he went blind in some sort of torture
Bomb accident.
Yeah, or they, were waterboarding him with bleach or something.
Well,
Let's call him.
do I still have his number?
Wow, we both had the same thought at the same time. That was crazy. That was nuts.
If Mangoes is in here.
Jamaica pasta.
No, he's not in here. Hold on, maybe blind neighbor.
Oh my god.
Chris. No,
One time I
forget
did
his
acid
name.
and got leeches all over my asshole. Yeah, I slid
What?
down a waterfall naked and I got leeches just all in my butt crack. And me and Brianna got covered in leeches, and our buddies had to bend over a rock as they pulled them off.
Wait. In your butthole or on the rim?
Not in my butthole, like inside my butt cheeks and on my butt. 8, I would say. No. We slid down a full waterfall.
I've slid down waterfalls. I didn't end up with shit in my ass.
Were you naked?
No. Oh, you were. But it didn't go in your pussy.
No.
Wow.
We were on our butts.
Your pussy's so gross. At least you'd rather go in your butthole.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I shot tampons out of them.
That's like a new arcade game. Like 28-bit where you just go poof, poof, poof.
I don't know if I've ever pushed one out fully. One time a guy came in me and I hated him. It was in art school. And he said something smarmy. I don't know what it was. Like, Saul LeWitt makes art that is more than your pinky worth of whatever. You know what I mean?
What?
So I stood over his...
Soul of Wit makes art
Saul LeWitt
better
is
than...
the artist. So I stood
Oh,
over
Solowit.
his art book and pushed out the cum onto the art book. But he didn't know what I was doing, but I was making eye contact with him.
What, like Reagan in The Exorcist?
Yeah, I was looking at him. And pushed out his cum right onto his really expensive art book.
Oh. You are...
Take your son back. We ain't got room for him. This ain't a hospitable vessel.
Put your spawn back from whence it came. Oh, God.
You like art so much. Yeah. Why don't you fuck it?
Try to sell this, partner. Wait a minute. What did he
How's
do?
this for a sculpture?
What did he I'm going to take a Bosca squat over to this. What do you think of this Picasso? More of a Jackson Pollock. Yes! Woo! Sync the fuck up like two bitches on a period.
Ooh, pretty good.
Woo!
Pretty good.
That was great. You up, brother? So what'd this dude do when there was goo all over his sketchbook?
I don't know. I think that was the last I saw of him. Pretty good, though. I was proud of myself.
Yeah. Yep. Just a fucking animal.
I was an animal, especially in college. People called me gypsy, and I didn't know why. And then I found out every time I got blackout drunk, I would steal people's iPods.
What? And do what with them?
I don't know. I found like a bag of them later, though. I did. I would
like a
store-
Nigerian with a bunch of knockoff purses.
Yeah, like a
You're just
Nigerian.
would anyone like these
hamster.
iPads?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Frat dudes. I would break into their house,
Oh, I excuse that. That's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
steal their booze and their iPods.
And stuff.
No.
No.
But apparently, it had to branch into friends because they would all call me that. The dudes downstairs, they would all say gypsy, and I was like, why are people starting to say that? And they were like, you steal shit when you're blackout, like a lot of shit.
My nickname was Piggy.
Really?
Yeah, because I was fat like a pig, and I used to stick my belly out and slap it and go, ring, 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 ring.
Wow, Piggy's a good one.
Yeah, well, because I went to this girl's place, blackout, and I just like woke up in her bed. I was naked, and I heard her on the phone, and she was in the other room. She goes, yeah. He came over last night and passed out in my bed. He's still here naked, laying there like a fat pig. I was like, well, I'm going to get my stuff now.
You heard her
And
say that?
Yeah. And then I told my friends, and so they would call me Piggy.
Oh,
and I would just like
my
oink
God.
to them. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I have
women
a
are
picture of me doing the
ruthless.
Piggy. We were in Montreal in my friend's minivan, and I was wearing a helmet. We opened the door, and we were driving by French people, and I was going, ring, ring, ring. Slapping my
Dude,
pig
isn't
belly.
it so fucked up when you're the funny one of the group, how you look back and you're like, why would I allow myself to do that? I was just their little fucking jester boy. I mean, and you think at the time, you're like, I'm being so cool, making everybody laugh. And then you look back and you're like, oh, you poor child.
Yeah, that's how I feel about you Now, when you're like, I saw my dad come when I was
Oh, yeah,
8.
yeah.
And I'm on stage
Yeah.
like, I'm sucking in him, fucking in him, do.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that poor child.
Yeah.
It's like, well, at least we're making money off of it
Yeah,
now.
at least we're making money off
You
it now.
know?
Yeah, but at the time, I thought it was so.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, at least I have friends, and they all
Yeah.
just are like putting flame up to my fucking face, being like, "Let's see if your eyes burn." And you're like, "What? I thought these were jokes. I thought we were doing jokes." And it's true. Ugh,
Like a fat pig.
that's fucked up. Girls are fucked up.
Yeah.
Ian's stories have the you naked in a bed somewhere in the story.
What other stories?
Yeah.
Microphone.
It's on.
Okay.
I'm using
All right.
There's the guy from LOL Comedy Club that you
What?
told on the first thing, where when you that whole story where it came in, we were talking about exotic men. And you picked up
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true.
the third story, I forget the middle one.
What happened?
I was at a pizza shop and I dared a guy that he couldn't fuck me in the ass, and he took me home, and I woke up naked in his bed, and I said, I was like, did we fuck? How'd I end up here? He goes, well, we were in a pizza shop, and you said you bet I couldn't fuck you in the ass, so I took you home, but you passed out like a fat pig in my bed. I was like, oh.
Was he an Australian guy?
Yeah.
Was he hot?
Ornately, like the nicest apartment I've ever seen in my life. Like where I was walking away, I was like, should I marry him?
Was he gay?
No, he had a family. What do you think? Yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
taking me home, trying to bang me in the ass. What do you think? He's doing a science project?
So you just walked into the pizza place and you.
Yeah, I was blackout drunk.
Maybe you should date a man.
I think he was trying to get. I think I was trying to trade my asshole for a slice of
Love.
pizza.
Oh.
Love. Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you're like, I'll double dare you to hold me. And if
I bet you won't lay in bed and kiss my collarbone.
Yeah. I bet you wouldn't fuck me in the ass. You can if you tell me forever is a long enough time to be with me.
I bet. Hey! I bet you $500 you won't take me home and spend a lot of years with me, and we get on a family
Truth or
phone
dare.
plan.
I love you.
I bet you won't meet my family. I bet you won't finally make me feel comfortable being in the embrace of a man that I've been running from my whole life. I bet you.
Stupid bitch says I love you too.
A guy who's gonna marry me says what?
I feel like I've done that so many times with men. I'm like, you won't. And they're like, I don't want to. And I'm like, I knew it. And they're like, fine. And I'm like, thank God, let's go.
What? Take you home?
Yeah, totally.
wow.
That's like a ploy. That's such a fucked up way. I mean, I think comics do it because we're such roasters, but the like tactic of being like, you're too prude. You would never.
Oh, yeah,
And then you
yeah,
wake up
yeah.
the next day and you're like, did they want
I remember I
this?
like made out with a friend's sister at like a party once, and somebody was like, she's a real slut. And I was like, "Ooh, let's go." We were like in bed, and she's like, "Do you think I'm a slut?" And I was like, I heard that you are, and I was hoping." And she was like, "I'm not a slut." She like made out with me. I was like, "You're not a slut." She was like, "I can be a little bit of a slut." And then
Whoa.
I came in my pants and made an excuse
Yeah.
for why I had to go home.
She wanted to be a little slut.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Yeah.
the craziest thing a girl's wanted you to say to her during sex?
Oh, I don't want to. Well, you know the one I'm going to say a while ago. Remember? Pandemic.
Pandemic. I don't remember. During the pandemic?
Yeah.
You had sex with somebody? What?
Am I
Did we
living
have
in the dream
sex? What
world?
happened?
No. When you remember who I was with?
No.
What? The girl I dated.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. That one.
What did she make you say?
The terrible things.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying not to say her name on
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, I was like, I thought you were with somebody. Are you
You
not
an
saying this because you
idiot?
cheated?
No.
She made you say terrible things?
Yes, I told you this. Remember?
What?
The wee whoop. Remember? How about you? What's a guy made you say? Or what's a guy said to you?
What has she made? She seemed pretty normal.
No. You're not.
Oh yeah. Where did you learn to whisper? What the fuck?
Could you hear it?
What? No, it's not. It's not that it was too loud. It's the way that you said it. I'll think of a different word. I used the name Sasha. You went. We're like hot Arabian winds hitting my ear. That was so scary. Like you were gonna conjure her if she heard you. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Pandemic. Totally. What did she
Yeah.
make you say?
I don't know.
I've never had anybody ask me to do. Oh yeah. No.
What?
There was one guy who wanted to be for me to just be like, you're a bad guy, like you're a really bad guy, over and over, like you're the evil and mean and all those things. And I was
She
like,
wanted me
"Oh."
to tell her I'd murder her.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Like, kill me. Tell me you'll kill me. Tell me you'll kill me. But you won't. Say you won't. I'm like, I'll kill you, but I won't. I could kill you, but I'm not gonna. It's just like, oh my God, what's happening? I don't think I've ever come so hard in my life.
Oh my God.
Put that in the box and throw it in the river. Never find
Why
that
would she
again.
want you to not do it though? I'm gonna kill
To
you.
not kill
Just
her?
kidding. You're gonna die. Not today though.
I'm gonna slice your throat. I gotta get the knife sharpened. I gotta go to the post office
I'm gonna
first.
shoot you in the head. This is a hypothetical situation.
I'm gonna shoot you in the head. Man, it's too much to go through getting a firearm these days. So
That's so weird.
yeah,
Have I ever wanted something crazy? No. I mean, obviously, all of us want the rape thing.
yeah, really.
Yeah. It's because it's the epitome of desire. If somebody's like, I'm sorry, but I can't help it but to fuck you. I have to do
Well,
this.
same girl.
Yeah.
She told me she was into rape play, and I didn't know what that meant. And she was like, I'd really, this is what I'm into. If you're not into it, it's okay. And I was like, well, I want to like make you feel good, but I go, look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that I could get a hard on if I'm hiding and wearing a mask.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she was like, what? No, I mean consensual non-consent. Like, you choke me, and when I say stop, you keep going. And I was like, oh, okay. Why not?
Oh, wow. I was
But
like,
then I
let's
was
do a
trying to,
rape
like,
thing.
tell
I'm going to leave my
people-
window open.
And I can't be like, hey, how's it going? Well, I'm getting real good at raping.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
Somebody was telling, a comic the other day was talking about how they're getting into really aggressive sex and they're proud of themselves for it. And they're like, yeah, I'm getting really good at getting like whipped or something. But they're doing like baby, like I'm a bad little baby as a man.
Really?
I think most men want that at some point. Like to get smacked around, dominated. This
I've
other
gotten
comic went to a
smacked a couple
dominatrix
times.
recently and was like, it was the most cathartic thing I've ever done in my life. Yeah.
Who? Whisper. Oh, God. That was like dragging his breath in my ear. She just went.
I'm telling you,
Gypsy.
that's what you did. That's what you did to me.
Wait.
I said that into the mic. Yeah, I know. I'm really
Wow.
proud of him.
Wow, good for them.
You guys don't know who he is. Don't worry about it. You will, though. It's
Yeah.
very funny.
Good for them. Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm not into the. One time, there's a place called Show and Tell in Philly. It's a strip club, and it's like the bottom of the barrel strip club, like where you can get a lap dance for a title loan. It's
Oh, wow,
fucking
wow.
gnarly.
Wow.
You know it. Jordy, that's
Goes
like
there?
his spot on the weekend. My favorite thing to do in the podcast is to make him out to be this lecherous pervert because he's like the nicest man
Yeah.
ever.
With a family.
Yeah.
Good.
Like he's the kindest man.
Yeah.
And it's so funny to
Put
imagine.
your dick
him-
away, Jordy. What are you doing?
It's so imaginative, just standing there in the gimp suit from Pulp
Yeah.
Fiction.
Yeah.
Like, Jordy, pop it up at the screen. He's like, mm.
He's just got a harem of women. Come on.
Yeah. There's gerbils falling out of his ass. So
He's in the litter box.
Jordan's on her period. So, dude, Show and Tell, They have this thing called the hot seat where they put you on a chair, they handcuff you to the pole,
Whoa.
and your friends pay the stripper to beat the shit out of you. And this woman, oh my God, dude, she slapped me so hard in the face, my contact flew out. And she was hitting me and yelling and scratching, and she unhandcuffed me. And I literally tried to crawl off the stage, and she grabbed me and yanked my underwear so hard they ripped off my body. She put me back in the chair, and I go, I know you have a job to do, but can you please stop? She was like, no, you little bitch. And I was like, ow, please, no.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you sign up for it? Or did
I
somebody else-
came so fast. No, I didn't. I hated it. My friends
Really?
signed me up. I thought it'd be fun. I was very mad at them.
Did it
didn't
hurt?
feel good. Yes, it hurt.
Really? She was scratching your body?
Scratching, hitting. She wore a camo hat. She was known as like the hardcore stripper.
Wow.
Yeah. Tits as hard as rocks. It was not good.
Not good.
And then they like shove their pussy in your face and like hump whipped cream, and you're like, oh God, stop. I don't like this.
But
Yeah.
some people are into it.
Some.
The Hasids. The Hasidics go to dominatrix.
They
I hear.
do.
Yeah.
Dude, I know a dominatrix who told me a Hasidic man showed up with a homemade gas mask apparatus
Yeah.
that had,
Oh, Holocaust.
dude, what?
What? I was.
All right. No, why don't you talk to fucking Himmler over here? Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't want to be, 2022. I want to respect your pronouns.
I
Hermler.
was so confident. I was so confident.
Oh my God, dude. Are you kidding me? That is not good word association, Jordan. Blow the horn. Should not do
There wasn't even a tiny part of me that thought I was wrong. There wasn't even a tiny part of me that thought that wasn't coming next. And then the betrayal of your face going, what? I was so sure. I was so sure he wanted a Holocaust kind of kink. No. That's why he wore the gas mask. He was going to survive it. Fuck.
So he shows up with a ton of baby shoes. Necklace made of soaps. How dare you make me say that?
Should have
No.
only in striped pajamas.
No. He had his homemade face mask apparatus.
Okay.
That had a tube to a thing in her face where she would smoke cigarettes and breathe in it, and it would go in his face. And the other was hooked up to her ass where she would shit in it.
No
so
way.
She'd smoke and shit, and it would all just go into his gas mask. Yeah. Yep.
No way.
Way.
Worst smell of all time. Shit and cigarette.
Yeah, bro. But shitting while smoking a cigarette, best feeling of all time.
Yeah, true.
Right, but no one wants to stand there in the room with you.
You don't know what they're thinking.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
She told you that, and you believe it?
Why would she lie?
I went to Bikram yoga, and my yoga instructor one day was like, I accidentally hit a Hasidic guy's car, and he got out of the car, and he was like, what are we gonna do about this? And she was like, I don't know. I can throw you some money, or do you want a police report? And he's like, how about we go back to my place, and you can make it up to me? And I was like, did you? And she was like, fuck yeah. And I was like, I can never come back here. You
Wait.
cannot be the person teaching me to fucking find my equilibrium and shit, knowing that you blew a Hasid.
She blew a Hasidic man?
Yeah.
Because they got in an accident.
Yes,
You
I
see
have
me
her
riding my
number.
bike
Yeah,
up
yeah,
and
yeah.
down the street over
Yeah.
and over, trying to get hit by cars.
Wearing two helmets.
Fellas! Oopsies!
Just trying to hit events.
Bike broke!
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I couldn't go to the yoga place anymore. Not because she did that, but I really just found myself being like, I can't respect you. You're supposed to be
What
the...
was your relationship with this Bikram yoga
You know
instructor
how
that
it
off the
is
bat
when
she's
you're-
like, now let in your chi, breathe in deep. I blew a Hasidic guy because he bumped into my bicycle.
You know
let
how it
it
is.
out. Well,
if you're a comedian personality and you're with all those Lululemon
People
narcs and you
definitely
make a
just
joke, they're
tell
like,
them
ha,
stuff.
you know, it's really funny.
Yeah, yeah.
I was raped last
Yeah.
night. And you're like, no, now I own that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So many people do that where they confess. The other day I was at a gig. Booker is walking me home drunk, confesses he walked in on somebody dead. He was confessing about how he hates his wife, but he had to marry her because he had a...
Podcast secrets.
Yeah.
whoa.
Sorry, guys. You know that one?
No, I don't. I just wanted to feel like I was in on the thing.
He was just
I don't know what
confessing.
you're
We had
talking
like
about.
3 blocks, and I was like
Oh,
shaking
you were on the
by the
road.
time. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What was the dead body?
It was I feel so bad for saying this. It was like well, I don't want to say, because then what if I can't put too many dots out there. But he saw a dead body, knocked a woman. It was crazy. Just a whole life story. People do tell you too much when you...
All the time I get told too much.
Too much.
All the time. I think we have nice faces. Oh.
It's that we divulge immediately. We roll over and show our bellies, but we don't actually, you know what I mean? I'm not walking in there being like, my dad fucked in a tent on top of me. You know what I mean?
How far away was your tent?
Right next to it. We were standing outside the tent, shaking the tent as he was banging this woman out.
And he said, leave me alone.
Get out of here.
No. And you heard
And we were
noises.
like, we can't go anywhere. We're 8. Where are we going to go?
It's the woods.
It's
no
the
one's going to
woods.
get you.
We were 8. We didn't know what to do without our parents. We're just going to wander off?
Yeah.
No.
It's the woods.
We were hungry. There was a campsite. There's camp people everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And who else? It was just you and that woman, your dad, and the girl? Mm-hmm. Whoa. I would go camping with my family and ruin their camping trips.
Yeah.
I would get told, do not misbehave. Please behave yourself. And then I'd be such a brat and I'd ruin the weekend.
Yeah. This is why we're not having kids.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Best form of birth control? My memories.
It's just going to get worse too. That they're we're going to be more and more villainized. for
Dude,
doing
people on
things.
Columns podcast, when we did that, when we were talking about not having kids, they're like, typical atheist, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I believe in God,
Yeah.
but, you know, and the guy's like, what does he command you to do? And I was like, my God's
Really?
not your God. Like, you're very judgmental. Like, my God, I'm commanded to bring joy. That's what I want to do.
You're
And he's
commanded
like,
to come a lot, and you're
the
doing
Bible
that.
says to have children. You're not following God's orders. And I was like, I bet you eat shellfish and, you know, like,
It's very, very strange.
what?
It's odd that people on columns listeners would be.
Really? He's fucking Irish. Catholic fucking IRA motherfuckers probably listen.
I do wonder if I'll get to a period in my life where I feel like I've defied some sort of laws of nature if I don't have children.
When are you getting up there?
Well, I've never talked to a woman who didn't have kids that was like, I wish I had.
Well, God bless you're still getting your period because that's not going to last long.
It's not. It's almost done.
Yeah.
I think I might be barren. I've had a lot of loads blasted up there with no.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, thank God you're barren because could you imagine having those kids with some of those fellas?
Oh boy. Oh, I would end up being a tent fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd end up fucking in a tent.
Yeah.
Leaving a child to the wilderness. But
What do you call 2 bears having sex on a camp site? What is this
You
joke?
okay?
Fucking intense or something? I don't know why it has to be bears. I feel like there were bears in that joke though.
what's a cholo call a table with 3 legs? Not even.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what a foo is?
Mhm.
What is it?
It's a fool. It's cholo speak for fool.
Oh, okay.
What's up, fool? What's up, fool?
But I think it's a type of cholo.
No, it's like a silly, it's like an insult. Like, look at this fool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Type
Looking
in
up foo.
foo cholo. What is a foo? What is a foo? Yeah. What's up, foo? Confrontational approach by cholo from any southwestern state in the United States. Yeah,
I want to
see?
be the person who writes the Urban Dictionary things.
Is Foo the new brown face? What? Foo's Gone Wild represents authentic Cholo culture about as much as Indiana Jones represents. What? I like Foo's Gone Wild.
What is Foo's Gone Wild?
It's a fun aggregate Instagram account of wild Cholo fun. It celebrates culture, I feel. Wow. What? Oh, turn this off. I'm tired of all these. You know
Ooh.
what? I'm going to say it. I'm tired of cancel culture.
It's over. It is
And I'll say
over.
this. The left's bad. You know what? The right's bad too. I said it.
I know. I feel like I'm becoming more right wing the older I get. It's not cool.
Welcome to the club.
It's
I
because
find myself to be fiscally liberal, socially conservative.
yeah. That's a good way of looking at it.
JK. Oh, I'm joining. I'm bleeding heart.
Well, I also think I'm being told that I'm a Republican because every time I go on Twitter, I get only Republican. I got the ad for the Republican date, but it also is like, then you start. You know what it is? It's that.
Break it down, Jordan. Come on, brother.
I think
Hey,
what the
Jordan,
problem
come
is.
on, take a stab at it.
I think what the problem is that we think that people are more liberal than they are, but there's actually very few actually liberal people out there. So you end up.
The internet's rotting our brain. Everybody's mostly chill, and then the internet makes us think everything is fucking terrible. This person thinks this. 5 people think a certain way, and then we think everyone thinks this, and then it makes you hate a whole group of people that, for the most part, don't even feel that way. And then it turns what is an extremist, crazy point of view into a real live thing, because the more people have eyes on it, the more they go, yeah. But I think a lot of this shit is Russian troll farms and fucking bots that come up with these insane things, and then we're all so insane that once we see it, we go, yeah, and
know
we
what
would
the
have never
problem is?
agreed and made it a thing if we never saw it.
The problem is Republicans who have a voice on Twitter and online are funny, and liberals are so inherently
But
cringe.
Republicans online are funny.
Just the things that even Trump, the shit that he says is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shout
It
out
all
the
has like
goat.
humor in it because it's anti-woke, and then you read the liberal things and you're like, I don't even know if I agree with this because I want to take your lunch money so bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think stuff Trump said was funny and like the mannerisms and stuff. But like Ted Cruz will make a tweet that's like, my pronouns are
Oh,
my
yeah.
foot up your ass. And you're like, what? Can I have that?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's fucking, everything's terrible. Everything is fucking awful. I gotta get offline.
Only on
It's
the internet,
melting my
yeah.
brain.
I don't
And
have a
then I go
Twitter.
to every single town. People are cool. People are chill. But then you look at like, if that's the case, then why are all these laws getting overturned? And
I got an
everything?
applause break for calling this crazy guy in the audience in Florida Joe Biden. People lost their minds. They loved it. It was so funny.
I can't wait to go to Florida and be like, hey, y'all.
You're one of these people that can trick everybody. If you, in your first half of the set, do all your anti-kids being trans and all your like, I'm just a roughneck, and then by the end
That's
of it,
what I
go into
do.
buy stuff.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
And then I
you're doing-
love calling them out on the fact that I was like, you liked me up until
Yeah.
now. What's the difference?
Yeah, that's good.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
It's-
catfish. Catfish and Republicans.
well,
Yeah. You should have there be like a pivotal point.
well, I do get told a lot, like, because like not a lot of guys know that it's okay to be with guys if they're not like a lispy whatever.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool to hear that and know that that's like making people feel more okay with themselves, you know?
Mm-hmm. Has anybody said that to you? Been like, I thought it wasn't okay to have a mustache and fuck a dude in the ass. But now that I see you.
Kinda.
Really?
Not the mustache thing, but guy stuff. Yeah. I get messages like that all the
Ugh,
time.
Mine's the opposite. Mine sounds so mean. I'm like, it's okay to look gay, but hate fucking the same sex and think it's weird and bad.
My thing is like, live your truth. If you've wanted to do that, amazing, great, but don't start comedy.
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't start comedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Floridians are hard to gauge now because I think they short-circuited because they were like, we said we hate gays forever, but now all my neighbors are gay, and now they're just alcoholics and they're lobotomized.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
I feel like
alcoholism is on a rise, right? Have you seen
Bro.
the cellar lately? Has been like I have to leave immediately after
Dude,
sets.
it's insane how much people fucking drink and get away with it.
Yeah, it's
terrible.
crazy.
Yeah.
I saw this couple last night at the VU. I think they got told to ask, and the guy was counting out his money, but he was like doing this sway thing. And then his girlfriend was behind him also doing this sway thing. And then she just grabbed hold of him, and then they both started like double swaying.
What about those moms that came up to us?
Oh, yeah.
Remember? They're like, where do we go to like clubs for moms? We're moms, and we just want to
We're
go
moms.
dancing where moms
When
can
are
go
you going to
to
say
dance.
we look way younger than we are? When are you going to be shocked that we're saying we're moms? And me and you are just like,
Yeah.
as they're
Like,
like, I know.
Are
we
you
look
shocked
really
we're moms?
young.
Yeah,
Isn't
because
it
you're
crazy?
fucking retarded.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
That
shocked
somebody
your kids
could
haven't gotten
come in you
taken
and
away
it's
from
not a
you. Yeah.
crime. Taking advantage of the lesser brained.
Do you know where somebody can go to dance that looks really hot, but they're older than you think they are, but then they have kids, but they're out with their and they keep their
Do you know
husbands
where
across
we
the
could
street?
go to dance where the music's not that loud, kind of low, so we can tell everyone around us that we're moms and we don't usually
And
do
then we
this?
look across the street and they're like husbands were
Yeah.
like hooked up to the bike lock. Like
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
just like, wait,
Yep,
waiting for
yep.
you. That was crazy. And they were like 4 inches shorter than both of them and just hustled behind them. That was bad. Yikes.
Dude, some of the people after those shows, the worst.
There was one woman in Florida who stuck her head between 2 swinging doors. Like, because that's like the room to the kitchen, which is also kind of the green room. Sticks her head in. Doesn't move your body and it's just like, yeah, I just want you to know it's a really good stuff. And I was like, thank you so much. And she was like, we were in D.C. last week and now we're in Florida. And I was like, oh, do you live in D.C.? And she was like, we weren't. We used to, and it went on for 25 minutes until I had tears streaming down my face as I was talking to her, being like, "Oh yeah, you used to live in D.C. Are you gonna say it again?" And she's like, "And now we live in Florida." Never did she enter the room. It was crazy, and then her head would like disappear a little bit, and we'd be like, "Cute," and then she'd come back and say, I just want you to know it's a really good set. And I'd be like, we're going to cycle again? Holy shit, buckle up. It was so fun. I was losing my mind. It was a Muppet. It was nuts. Oh, God. Yeah,
Someone's
Florida's
married to
awful.
that, and that's someone's mom.
Dude, yeah. An old man is married to her. She
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, somebody's mom.
Rough.
Dude, there was someone in the crowd the other night. She was 30. She was with her stepdaughter who was 19. And they were there together hanging out drinking. And the dad
Yikes.
was like 47. And the dad was in Dubai.
Oof.
And they were both smoke shows.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Yep. Not yikes for what I was thinking.
I've had that
Actually,
with
very
my
yikes.
mom's girlfriend was the hottest woman ever. And she was my age.
Nuh-uh. Your mom dated a girl your age?
I think I was probably 25. She was 28. My mom was like 50.
No
or
way.
something. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And
She
the
was
hottest
really
woman there.
hot?
Oh my god, yeah. Insane. She was a farmer, ripped. Yeah, crazy. We would all my friends would like come over to be.
Would you hang out with her?
Yeah, I worked for her. We would skinny dip together at work.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, yeah,
Good
totally.
tits?
Oh my god.
Yeah?
Yeah. Woo woo. Yeah, they were fucked up. She was so hot. I mean, it was crazy.
Would you have ever done something with her?
No, but there were a couple times when my mom would like break up with her that I felt like she was oddly flirtatious with me because I am very similar to my mom, and I remember a couple times being like, "Don't."
Why? What would she do?
I don't know.
She'd
Flirt.
be like, Jordan, is it weird that my pussy's so small?
Oh God. We were googling different
Jordan,
vaginas.
everyone says I have a cute asshole. What do you think?
I don't know what I'm trying. With her, it was more like, "You want an extra one of my apples, my hard ciders?" It was like that. She was that kind of
She
lesbian.
talked like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can pet my dog. You know?
If you want, you can use my DeWalt router.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of those, let me put your hand on the wrench so you can feel the, the thing
Oh
we're
my
fixing.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. My mom had a friend who we were pretty sure she was a lesbian, but she was so dedicated to God.
Oh, yeah.
But she would say things in like the language of Jesus. Like one time she said to my mom, it was like so weird. She would always wear denim and she would always drink Coors Lights.
Yeah.
She had a
Corona,
dog.
Coors Lights.
Yeah,
those
she had
are
a dog
lesbian
named
drinks.
Liam. There was a little corgi. And one time she said to my mom, she was like, the Lord brings people into each other's lives for reasons unknown to both of them. And then would like hug my mom before she left. And I'm like,
Straight. Yeah, there's a lot of those. There's a lot of the women who become lesbians, but they in southern places. You see them all the time at shows, and their husband is like this tiny little shriveled up raisin,
Yeah.
and then they have this wife that's like this big Donna looking. You know what I mean? She says short hair.
And dude, one time she said to my mom, she was like, Leviticus 47:13 says it's not a sin for your friend Patty to eat your snatch.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
That's not what the Bible
Yeah.
says.
We
And
can't
then I
explore
watched my
each
mom
other's-
fucking a tent. It was pretty intense.
The soaking thing I just found out about that Will Sylvans always talks about.
Soaking. When you said that you were shaking your dad's tent, I was like, that's like your version of soaking.
Yeah, wow. Do you know about that from Will?
No, I know that from everyone that knows things about Mormons. What about Will?
I was laughing so hard the other day talking to my mom about how she loves her Amish people who work for her. And I think it's that she likes the idea of owning women, just like owning people. And I was like, you should become a Mormon. More man, how about more woman? And I was cracking myself up about
Nice,
it.
dude. Hell yeah.
I think that's what I was like, Mom, you know you can't.
you
You're
read from
a
the book of
dyke, you can't.
Leviticus? What about Leviticus?
Okay, hold on.
Wait, so
Okay.
Will Sylvans wants what?
He just told me about the soaking thing.
You didn't know about that.
I didn't know about it. Is it real?
Yeah, dude. Mormons stick their dicks in women and just sit there like that because vibrating is sex. And if they do that, it's not sex. So they get a friend to come over and hop on the bed so it makes them vibrate and jiggle around.
No way.
Way.
I don't believe it.
Tricking God.
Look it up.
It's tricking God.
Just like girls that are Christian will have butt sex and
happened
go,
one
it's not
time.
sex. No?
The butt sex thing is real. I know it from a friend. But how does somebody justify that?
lot of mental gymnastics.
In the Bible, does it say thou shalt
Coitus
put it in the sphincter, but not the sphincter?
Reservatus. Soaking, marinating, or floating. Sexual practice of inserting the penis into the
Floating?
vagina, but not subsequently thrusting. Reportedly be used by the members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That was Manti Te'o's church. As a purported loophole in the church's ban on premarital intercourse, soaking went viral on TikTok, accompanied by jump-humping, which involves enlisting the help of a third person to bounce on the bed on which a couple is lying while they are engaged in soaking, thus generating the missing element of motion without allegedly making the couple responsible for the presence of the motion. I wish I could see a video. The third person has been termed the bed jumper or the Provo pusher.
That's so crazy.
Provo
Why is it
pusher.
called Provo pusher?
Providence pusher, maybe? I don't know.
It sounds so legitimate. I gotta go. I got a gig being a
Oh,
Provo.
Provo, Utah.
Oh,
Wow, the Provo pusher. I'm going to give him the Delaware dick down. You're going to give him the Ithaca itch because y'all probably have crabs.
definitely just high yeast.
Bro.
Definitely high yeast up there. Northern New York.
Just a bunch of yeast infections running around with straw hair, humping in tents, getting leeches in their butts.
There is a woman in Ithaca who's been doing these pelvic floor massages to women.
What?
And I've heard like 8 people from Ithaca being like, I've been going to this woman. She actually, it is like a type of massage that is really important for everybody. It's called pelvic floor massage. And over the years, like more and more people have told me about this one doctor in Ithaca who does it. And I'm like, y'all are going and getting rub and tugs. You're getting rub and tugs. That's what this is. Your
Wait,
pelvic
what does she
floor
do to the
masseuse.
pelvic
She
floor?
sticks her hand in your vagina and massages.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What happens with the massage?
All my buddies are like, it's really good. It's like, you don't realize you have so many tight muscles down there until you haven't had sex for 12 years. Then you go and see this woman and she sticks her fingers in your butt.
She's really good at fingering.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what's happening because so many people are talking about it. Pelvic floor therapy. Yeah. Oh, no. Pelvic floor massage. I guess shit gets tight down there.
Yeah.
Especially when you're, a stuck-up liberal cunt like every woman in Ithaca. Just, just squeezing their kegels constantly with
Bernie
rage.
got in the way of Hillary winning.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ithaca, the bars close at 1 p.m. because there's
1 p.m.?
At 1 a.m.
That's what Delaware closes,
Yeah.
1 a.m. And we'd race across PA lines to drink till 2 a.m.
Wow.
Yep. Or if you were in southern Delaware, you go down to Maryland. Yep. Oh, man. We'd go up to...
What's with that?
Huh?
What's with that? Why is that?
I don't know. But it just makes people drunk drive.
Yeah.
Because then around 1 a.m., you're like, last call, got to get hammered.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. I remember getting back to my house and my mom being like, I'm just still awake, bitch. And I'd be wasted. And I'd be like, yeah, because it's fucking 1 a.m. This is insane.
We got to keep
I should
the
be
party
thinking-
rolling.
Yeah.
You know? I'm going to do a bunch of Adderall in my mom's Ativan and have a Suburban Speedball.
Oh, my God. The Adderall. The snorting the Adderall as a kid. That was the best.
Woo.
Or you just
Snorting
like
my
this all night?
mom's Adderall and Ativan, waking up, my face is, I'm looking like a Smurf from my nostril down.
You just have a taxidermied one side of your face.
All right, now I'm gonna go lay flooring.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Dude, one time I was
It's
laying
awful.
baseboard and I fell asleep on somebody's floor. Just like this. Can you imagine
my
coming up?
God.
I'm sleeping on your floor like a fat pig.
I've been caught so many times on job sites snoozing, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Or sneaking snacks.
Oh,
One
from
guy
the
caught me.
homeowner? I
With
thought
his,
you were killing
with his whipped
yourself.
cream. With his whipped cream.
You do that all the time. You go in, you get, also, you just get whipped cream from the cellar. And
Yeah,
you just eat it.
Yeah. There's that bartender there now that is such a weirdo.
Sucks.
You know what I'm talking about? Female or male? We can't say that. But there's this one person who works there, and I'll just sit down,
Tattoos?
and then it emerges. My drink emerges next to me, and then I look back at the bar, and they're like, and I'm like,
Oh, the one I'm talking about is like, here's another story about a thing that I don't
that
think
one
you
sucks
even care
awful.
about.
That one is
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, that
Here's
one's real
you're
bad.
a comic.
You just
Here's
have to
a joke.
slowly
I'm
walk
like,
away backwards. Yeah, totally. I know. I've been at the front door while they're still finishing a story, and I'm like, I'm fucking leaving, dude. My helmet's on, and they're like, and then also my mom, she would agree with your one joke. Will you say that?
My helmet's on. You're just walking around like an astronaut. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
I just start dancing like the. What are those two? What are the two people who have the big helmets? Daft Punk. And just,
Around the world. All right, let's wrap it up. This is awesome.
I need more coffee, I think.
Let's go get more coffee.
Okay, great.
All right. I love you.
That was me blowing the horn.
Oh, patreon.com/BNEM pod. Subscribe. We got some.
Don't comment on this talking about how horrible my child is.
No.
Is. I get so many of those comments where people are like, Jordan needs. You know what people say? They go, none of her stories can't be real. And I'm like, but they are. So that's so fucked up. Like ones on Come Down, they'll be like, there's no way her parents actually did this. If that happened, you would never talk to him again. And then my mom calls it. I'm like,
Yeah, you hear that? If you listen to the episode, deny reality and don't say that Jordan needs help.
yeah, for the love of God.
My buddy told me he was in the gym and he couldn't lift because he was laughing so hard at your dad's funeral.
I couldn't believe it until I was telling you. I don't think I'd ever said it out loud.
I
fully.
love it. It's amazing. All right. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.